Probably our most favorite thing about visiting the US is visiting its amazing national parks. In this short video, we want to share with you the Unemployed Life's 5 favorite national parks that Tyler's visited in the US. Though there are so many to choose from, some of you may not agree with our top 5. Our criteria is based on its beauty, uniqueness, variety of activities, and most of all, our overall experience. Starting off at number 5 is the Grand Canyon. Why? Well, because of its colossal scale. The canyon is 446 kilometers long and 29 kilometers wide, with an average depth of 1.8 kilometers. Around 5 million visitors enjoy its immense beauty every year, and standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon, it makes you realize how small we humans really are. At number 4 is Zion National Park. It offers visitors a number of activities to engage in, like hiking, camping, climbing, kayaking, or just watch and relax while being surrounded by the beautiful scenery, like the intricate rock formations to its 800 native plant species that make it the richest diversity in all of Utah, as well as a chance to spot a decent selection of wildlife. The park is 147,000 acres and deserves at least a few days to explore its pure beauty. And if you're lucky enough, you might get a glimpse at the California condor, which can be seen in Zion and is considered to be one of the most endangered species. In third place is Arches National Park. Famous for? You guessed it, it's arches. This national park is home to over 2,000 arches inside its 76,000 acres. At times you feel you're in a western movie as you explore the park. Though most of the wildlife in the park is nocturnal and can be hard to spot at times, hundreds of species of wildlife do dwell in arches. But most people come here not for the wildlife, but for its famous arches. And one that stands out the most is Delicate Arch. It's a 20-meter tall freestanding natural arch and is the most widely recognized in the park and is depicted on Utah's license plates. Second place is Yellowstone National Park. Though this probably deserves first place in most people's eyes, and even for the unemployed life it was a difficult decision. Yellowstone is the perfect place to take anyone, especially children. It truly is a wildlife wonderland where you can spot grizzly bears, bisons, elks, and if you're lucky enough, cougars, wolves and wolverines. But it's not just the wildlife that you'll be in awe with, but its natural and mystifying landscape, from its hot springs, mud pots, geysers, as well as its plant life. And even though the most popular attraction in Yellowstone is Old Faithful, the Unemployed Life recommends you to check out Mammoth Springs and Grand Prismatic Springs to get a peculiar experience of our unusual landscape. And in first place is Bryce Canyon National Park, where some people may find a little odd why we chose Bryce out of so many amazing national parks we've been to in the US, like Yosemite, Death Valley, Badlands, Capitol Reef, Rocky Mountain, just to name a few that didn't even make our top 5. And even though it's one of the national parks that the Unemployed Life spent the least amount of time in, we had an unforgettable experience, meeting and conversing with Americans who made us as travelers feel so welcome in their country. As well as being made felt welcomed, Bryce is the most unusual place that the Unemployed Life has visited. It's truly like visiting another planet, especially when viewed from the top of the amphitheater, where millions of years of wind, water, and geologic mayhem have carved and etched the pink cliffs and pillars of Bryce Canyon. By just looking at the delicate pillars, make you appreciate on how creative Mother Nature is. The only thing we regret is not spending more time in this curious and alluring place. So if you ever get a chance to visit Bryce Canyon National Park, make sure you spend a bit of time exploring this interesting park, which is in the state of Utah. Foxes, mountain lions and black bears inhabit the park, but are rare to see, and for having the name of Bryce Canyon, it's funny to realize once we visited the park, it's not actually a canyon, but a natural amphitheater. So for being one of the smallest national parks in the US, at a modest size of 35,835 acres, this is one of those times where size doesn't matter, and well deserved on being the #1 position on the Unemployed Life's top 5 best national parks in the US. So we hope you enjoyed the Unemployed Life's 5 best national parks in the US. But don't just take our word for it, see it for yourself and enjoy what beautiful places we still have left. And if you're motivated enough to visit the national parks in the US, our #1 tip as budget-conscious backpackers is to make sure you purchase the $80 National Park Pass, which is valid for 12 months, including vehicle entrance with up to 4 people to all the 59 national parks in the US. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel and like us on Facebook.